Let's journey back in time. Now, attempt to recall what you had for dinner 2 weeks ago. Likely that memory isn't as clear, but why? What causes us to hold on to certain memories while others slip away? And why do memories diminish over time? Let's explore how memories are initially formed. This is the structure in the center of the brain, and what we've known already for a very long time is that this is important for learning, memory, mood, and emotion. However, what scientists have learned more recently is that this is one of the unique structures of the adult brain, where new neurons can be generated. One of the first studies that was carried out by Gage, a neuroscience from the Salk Institute, showing that the environment can have an impact on the production of new neurons. And here you see a section of the hippocampus of a mouse that had no running wheel in its cage. And the little black dots you see are actually newborn neurons to be. And now you see a section of the hippocampus of a mouse that had a running wheel in its cage. So you see the massive increase of the black dots representing the new neurons to be. So activity impacts neurogenesis, but that's not all. When you experience something like ordering food online, the experience is converted into a pulse of electrical energy that zips along a network of neurons. Information first lands in short-term memory, where it's available from anywhere from a few seconds to a couple of minutes. If two neurons communicate repeatedly, an amazing thing happens. The efficiency of communication between them increases. This process, called long-term memory, this is where memories are stored long-term. But how do some memories get lost? Scientists have several theories about what's behind brain deterioration, from actual brain shrinkage. The hippocampus loses 5% of its neurons every decade, for a total loss of 20% by the time you're 80 years old. This drops the production of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine, which is vital to learning and memory. Intake of flavonoids, which are contained in dark chocolate or blueberries, omega-3 fatty acids, in fatty fish like salmon, engage in some sort of activity like exercise or walking, will increase the production of these new neurons and increase neurogenesis. Conversely, negative impacts on neurogenesis are a diet rich in high saturated fat, alcohol, drugs, smoking, low activity, stress, malnutrition, processed food, decreased neurogenesis. Your brain needs all the right nutrients to keep functioning correctly. We've discovered that much of what we once believed about the brain isn't entirely accurate. Some of these misunderstandings are pretty obvious. For example, we used to think that the brain couldn't change much after childhood, but that's far from true. Another misconception is that only certain parts of the brain work at once, and it's quiet when you're not doing anything. However, research shows that even when you're resting and not thinking about anything, your brain is still very busy. Thanks to advances in technology like MRI scans, we've been able to uncover these and many other important discoveries. When we've tried to learn a new motor skill, maybe playing the piano or learning to juggle, you've had the experience of getting better and better within a single session of practice and thinking, I have got it. And then maybe you return the next day and all those improvements from the day before are lost. What happened? Well, in the short term, your brain was able to increase the chemical signaling between your neurons, but for some reason those changes did not induce the structural changes that are necessary to support long-term memory. Remember that long-term memories take time. Give your brain a workout. Exposing your brain to challenges, like learning a new skills, is one of the best defenses for keeping your memories intact. A study found that aerobic exercise, which is exercise that increases your heart rate and helps grow new brain cells. There's a little bit of evidence that strength training can also be positive, but there's not as much evidence there. How much aerobic a week? Somewhere between around 3 times to 4 times a week. The key question, what time of day is critical? Early morning, first thing in the morning exercise is beneficial, because it is increasing all those neurotransmitters, all those growth factors, at a time right before you need to use your brain to learn and remember. End of the day exercise you can still benefit from, but you're not required to use your brain after a workout. Our brains are adaptable, responding to lifestyle choices. Maintain optimal function through physical activity, nutrition, and mental stimulation. Remember, your brain is dynamic. Nurture it for lasting memory and cognitive abilities. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or informative, I'd greatly appreciate your support. Please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. Your engagement helps the channel grow and allows me to create more content like this. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.